As if the Warwick unboxing, which was a little bit crazy and still has left some serious boxage right above my finger, wasn't enough, my good friend, I met him once, but I'm gonna call him my good friend because he's nice to me. Yeah. Jürgen, not you!
Ein Versuch wert.
Well, you'll be next. My good friend Jürgen has sent me a hex. That sounds like, he sent me a hex! You know, like Harry Potter, kind of. No. From Voodoo Lab, which is awesome. It's a MIDI, and I'm not gonna say what it is because this nutso has to guess what it is. And then he sent me pedals. I think that's what's in the box, which we will unbox, but I'm gonna do a funny thing and let my student, Peter, unbox it. We call him Peter, but actually we call him, Metal Peter, because he's, into the metal! You know, like the Slayer and anything that's... Schleier. Okay, Peter, this is you now. Bring the package.
Yeah. So, wohin?
Here.
Da.
So, wohin is not English.
Yeah.
You sit down. Sit! First of all, you give me... You schneid me this off.
Okay. Du willst es so.
So that I have documentation over what he sent me. It all goes into my documentation pile. You need to be organized when you do what I do.
Okay. I know.
He's very incapable of cutting things open. What's with the bright light? With my head, that really doesn't work. If I go this, whoa, oh, that's much better. Let's see what this says. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Jürgen, already, but you don't know why. But you go cut it open. What? You don't like the knife?
The mark is okay.
So now you unbox it without making a big Sauerei. A big mess.
Das ist schon da.
Now it's all of a sudden not your fault or something. Okay. It's like Christmas.
So. Beautiful.
It's slippy slidey. Ooh. So we have SolidGold FX. Here, you unpack. And you tell me what it is.
A pedal.
Creative, this guy, you know? I think you have to come here a lot more for lessons. We're not gonna learn guitar anymore, we're gonna learn how to unpack pedals.
Devil Drive.
Come on, Devil Drive.
Yeah.
It's like red like my pants. Come on. It's camouflage now.
Okay.
All solid golds were purchased through the website authorized dealers come with 3-year warranty. This is a very nice manual SolidGold FX. So you can see on the side whose it is. It's the Jeff Waters Devil Drive. Oh, this is actually, you can't see this, but do you see the printing? It's like
incredible.
It's printing is really neat because let me focus. Because it actually, not on Peter, on the pedal. Because it's actually high gloss and then kind of a flat, I can't really describe it. Whoa, these knobs go really hard. Oh, no, it was just a little bit störrisch. Okay, SolidGold FX, I'm gonna bitch about that immediately a little bit, because going left and right with this switch is kind of weird because I would kind of feel to go up and down. I also kind of would want it in a more open area. Then again, you probably pick your mode forever and leave it there. So my bitching is very, very pointless. But, oh, that's a thick ass pedal. Look at this. We have a pedal thickness of we have an official pedal thickness of 4 centimeters, where 3 is the average. That means there's a lot of shit in here. And it says, Jeff Waters right there. From Annihilator. Annihilator. Everything is red. I've seen a video where he showed this, and his guitar, his room, LEDs, his walls, everything is freaking red. It's like the guy is living in hell. So we're looking at...
Like the devil.
Like the devil. A length of 12 centimeters, 12.1 actually, and width of 6.6, just in case you need to know. It's a little bit more on the solid side, but it's more meant... Montreal, those Canadians. I've seen it in his video. It is not meant to be used as a drive by itself. It's based on an OD3 Boss. So it's an overdrive that's supposed to push your amp. So if you see this in any video and it sounds like super mega high gain, don't be fooled. This is not super mega high gain. It's meant to push your high gain amp. Jeff pushes his 5150. You know what a 5150 is? Who's your teacher? What the fuck? 5150.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5150? No? Okay. Eddie Van Halen had plexis that he really pushed. And then later PV, I think PV developed with him the 5150, which is kind of like a really cranked up plexi.
Okay.
Super mega gain. You know all these bullet for my
Similar.
bullet for the, and then all, bullet for my, you know all these bands that do the grindy core, fasty,
Mega drop.
and heavy, fast metal playing.
Yeah.
They like the super high gain, and the 5150 gives them that. Now Eddie has, together with Fender, his own line of EVH amps, and that again is 5150. 5150 stands for super mega high gain.
Okay.
So if you want the Jeff Waters sound, this by itself won't give you that. You need an amp that has already gain happening. So we're gonna look at this in detail at a later date whenever I have time. It's gonna take a while, but I will get to them. I promise. Cause that's what I do. This is bigger. That's what Leslie always says.
When?
Actually, she never. She always says, "Baby, size doesn't matter." That's what she says, and I believe it. Size doesn't matter. That's what she says. It's whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Let's take a moment. Wait a second. Oh. Okay. Surf Rider 3.
Soll ich mal zeigen?
Yeah.
Okay.
The English for that is should I zeig.
Should I zeig?
So what do you think the Surf Rider 3 does? Very nice manual. SolidGold FX, very nice manual. Some pedals just are in there with like nothing. So what does that do?
Good question.
What is classic for surf music? What do you need for that?
Decay, I would say.
What is very important for the surf music of the 50s and 60s?
Delay?
Kinda. What's similar to delay?
No idea.
Reverb.
Okay. Yeah.
Big ass spring reverb. They had the big ass Fenders and they cranked up the reverb all the way, so the guitar was drowning in reverb. So you take a Strat or something and you just drown it in reverb. And obviously, when you put that much reverb on, it's very important to have a reverb that still lets the guitar, that doesn't muddy up, that doesn't go and everything's, you can't hear anything anymore. So when you have that much reverb, it has to be even better than the normal average crappy reverb. And I've heard a demo of this from reverb.com, which is pretty funny. They don't just test reverbs, which was a very well done demo. So mine's gonna be different. Hopefully, well done in a different well done way. Well done. That steak is well done, right? Okay. This is not funny. Shut up, Eddie. So very nice. Different. 3 different modes, as far as I can tell. Also, the printing. This is nice, huh?
Show it.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of 3-dimensional. I don't know if you can see it. And it's focusing on Peter again because apparently he's the star. This is very nice printing. Not that it really matters how our pedal is printed. We got rubber feet, which is neat, and that rhymes. bypass and the boost, which gives the reverb a different tone as far as I understand. Can you tell that I'm prepared? I watched some videos. So this is pretty neat for someone very specific who's looking for a
Beach Boy.
Yeah, for a surfy kind of reverb. I mean, you can obviously use this for more lush ambient reverb textures, but I'm thinking for you, completely pointless because Schleier doesn't really use reverb.
Beach Boy metal.
Why
not?
Wait,
Yeah.
what about those Danish, Swedish guys from that band Volbeat?
Yeah.
They do like Elvis-y kind of stuff. They might need that. Nah,
Why not?
probably won't.
Marktlücke.
Marktlücke, a niche in the market. I don't know how you would say that. A sales opportunity. I don't know. Marktlücke. I don't know what. You just tell me what the English word for Marktlücke is. So now you tell me what this does.
The biggest package. Voodoo Lab HEX.
That's the big.
Okay, yeah, the Voodoo Lab HEX. MIDI? Controlled audio loop switcher.
So Peter can read. We know that you can read, right? Open it.
Okay.
Nicely wrapped, Voodoo Lab. These things matter. If I spend this much money, I think that's almost 400 or 350, something like this. Actually, let me confirm in euro right now. Oh, thank you. That is so kind. 359 right here.
Okay.
Looks very nice. Looks very compact for how much it can do. But now the question to you is, what can it do? You plug
Yeah.
in 12 guitars.
It's a looper.
Meaning?
You can yeah, stick a lot of pedals hintereinander
In series?
and series
And
and combine it.
yeah. And have different combinations of pedals.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what the loopers do that you see here everywhere. There's 3 ES8 from where I'm sitting. There's GSC4. So I'm looking at 4 super high-end switches right now. When you use the problem is using the word looper. Because people
Yeah.
think it's a ditto. It's a thing that samples your guitar, which is really called a looper. These are called loopers because they put the pedals in individual loops. What I always say is I like to say switcher, looper, switcher. So this is pretty much a 6-loop switcher, which can be controlled with MIDI, which has to be controlled with MIDI because no foot switches. It's actually pretty light. First impression is very high end, I gotta say this. Very nice jacks here. I like that little lines on the back show you what loops belong together. It also shows you the milliamp requirement, which is nice. It's on the pedal, 100 milliamps, so you can power this with your average output. You got MIDI in and out, and apparently, based on the review I read, these lights are also switches. So when you want to program it, you pretty much just set the loop that you want. And then, which is very interesting, this has MIDI learn. Usually you would have to know, okay, to have loop number 1 and 2 on, I have to send MIDI program change number, blah, 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 and the manual would tell you. But apparently this has MIDI learn, which means you turn on the loops that you want,
Yeah.
and you like that combination, which also means you have to install it on your pedal board in a way that gives you access to the switches. So you have to get to the switches at any point in time. And then you send it a program change that you want. Let's say 25. So I do a certain combination, and then I send a program change. And then it will always respond to that program change with that combination.
Okay.
So that's actually really simple.
Yeah.
You manually set up what you want, you send it a number, and it's gonna respond to that number.
Yeah.
Or you go and you're setting up your whole board, You're setting up the pedals on your looper, you're setting up the pedals in here, and then you let, okay, send program change, done.
Yeah.
And it just remembers it. So that's a guitar player way of doing it, because we're not too smart when it comes to MIDI. So what I want to use this for is when I'm doing extended ES8 videos, because I want to do a series of ES8 in-depth doing everything. I want to show you how to extend the ES8 with the Voodoo Lab HEX, because the ES8 only has 8 loops and it's so insanely powerful that I want to show more options. So I'm going to do crazy shit with this. And the other thing that is cool about it is that it has loop number 1 completely separate. So why would you need a loop that has its own in and output? Because these 5 have an input, then it's going through these 5 and then an output. Why would you need a separate one?
To combine it with other ones?
You could do anything with this. You could put a whole other looper into this and then just by switching one on and off, enable and disable that looper.
Yeah.
You could put your amps preamp into this. Go into the out and then guitar in and then yeah, whatever. You can put your amps preamp into that, or you could put the effects loop into that. You have 2 sections: one section of 1 and one section of 2. And apparently, don't misunderstand me. I might be wrong about this. I think you can even set buffering on and off independently for both of these. Buffering, when you have really long cable chains, when you use a buffer, it means it does something to the impedance. That's about as much as I know, so I know nothing about buffering. Buffering is better.
Okay.
Remember that. Yeah. Buffering better. Unless you're using certain wahs or old fuzzes. They don't like buffering. Okay. They don't like that, I'm going to say higher or lower or something with impedance.
Okay.
Widerstand.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It does something to something in the signal, which means you can have longer cable runs without the signal degrading and sounding like crap. And buffering is always a good idea unless you have pedals that react badly to it. Okay. So you can actually set the buffering for 1 and 5 through 6 independently, as far as I know. This is a very good product for the more complicated boards. And you know we build more complicated boards here.
Yeah.
Once in a while. So this is going to come in handy. It's doing kind of what the M4Ls from G-Lab are doing, only they only have 4 loops. And MIDI programming is a little bit more difficult than this. Again, similar, but I think this clocks in with more features and more usability. Voodoo Lab HEX. So you will see all this here on my channel without Metal Peter. Sometimes maybe. I don't know. He's here a lot. Bing! More plugins for Final Cut. I take it! I'll see you on the flippity flop. You? We now learned something about guitar.
Yeah.
What
Finally.
What do I know? I don't know guitar. I know pedals. I can tell you colors of all the pedals. Okay, see you guys.
Bye.